Hello to everyone from Valley of Gods and Goddesses, Kullu. We welcome all viewers to our channel Countryside Travels. Every year, hundreds of gods and goddesses participate in the International Dussehra festival, known as the Mahakumbh of gods and goddesses, and lakhs of devotees come to have their darshan. The beginning of Dussehra in Kullu dates back to the regime of Raja Jagat Singh, who ruled Kullu from 1637 to 1672. It was given the status of an international festival in the year 2017, and a large number of tourists from India and abroad reached Jaipur to see this Dev Mahakumbh. Ravana's effigy is not burnt, while Ramlila is organized during Navaratri across the country. Neither Ramlila is performed, nor the effigy of Ravana is burnt in the Dussehra festival of Jaipur. Apart from this, gods and goddesses also come here throughout the day to have darshan of Lord Raghunath. In the evening, Rath Yatra of Lord Raghunath is organized in Jaipur ground, in which a crowd of thousands of people gathers to pull the chariot of Lord Raghunath. The International Dussehra Festival starts here on the day of Vijayadashami, and this fair is celebrated for days along with the Rath Yatra of Lord Raghunath in Jaipur grounds. On the penultimate day, MOHALLA is held, which is a grand meeting of gods and goddesses of the Kullu Valley. Dussehra festival is celebrated here only on the day of Dashami. On the seventh day of Dussehra festival, LANKA Dahan is done, and with it Dussehra ends. Rath Yatra is also taken out on the day of Lanka Dahan, and Lord Raghunath returns back to his temple in Raghunath. It is said that on the day of Vijayadashami, Lord Rama defeated Ravana's army. Some of the major deities in the International Dussehra festival are Mata Hidimba, Devata Bijli Mahadev, Mata Bahali, Jamdani Rishi, without which Dussehra festival cannot be completed. After the arrival of Mata Hidimba in the palace, preparations for Dussehra festival are started. Regarding the organization of International Dussehra festival of Jaipur, it is said that on the day of Vijayadashami, Lord Ram shot an arrow at Ravana's navel and won over Ravana's army. Since then, the festival of Vijayadashami is celebrated all over India, but Ravana did not die on that day. Ravana died 7 days after Vijayadashami. In such a situation, Ravana was killed by Lord Ram. That is why the Dussehra festival of Jaipur is celebrated for 7 days, starting from Vijayadashami. Lord Raghunath stays in the temporary camp of Jaipur for 7 days and returns back to his temple along with Lanka Dahan on the 7th day. Deities coming from various places in Kullu district receive Nazarana, that is a special participation allowance, and a space is allotted to each invited deity at Jaipur festival ground in Kullu. A camp is set up by respective deity where the Palanquin, shaman and other followers stay for the duration of Kullu Dussehra. In addition to the Nazarana amount, the deities coming from far away also receive distance allowance. No Nazarana is paid to deity who come on vehicles. Right now we are walking across section of the Dussehra ground, which has been allotted deities. Really does feel heavenly. One place can take blessings of God, many deities.
जय हो करो, सब जगह जय हो करते करते जाओ।
In Kullu Dussehra, before taking out the Rath Yatra of Lord Raghunath, permission of Mata Bhuvaneshwari is taken. After her gesture, the yatra starts. There is a belief behind this that the king of Kullu once tried to forcefully call the chariot of Mata from Bahali temple. They had reached halfway when suddenly snakes started coming out in the palace. When the king inquired, he came to know that it was the wrath of Mother Bhuvaneshwari. After this, he was never brought from the temple without his consent. After this, it became a tradition to seek his permission for the journey. There is a legend that Raja Jagat Singh of Kullu, who had been informed that a bowl full of pearls was in the possession of Durga Dutt, a poor Brahmin of village Tipri, the Raja directed his courtiers to fetch the pearls from the Brahmin, was greatly harassed by them, finding the torture rather unbearable. He told them that the pearls would be delivered to the Raja on his return to the village from Manikaran, where he was going. When the Raja arrived in the village, the Brahmin locked himself along with his family members and set fire to the house. Sitting by its side, he cut his flesh with a sharp blade at every leap of the fire and cursed the Raja for his unjust demand by saying, "Have the pearls, O Raja." The entire family was reduced to ashes. After a lapse of some time, it so happened that the Raja was haunted by the spirit of the innocent Brahmin family, stung by the qualms of the conscience. He felt every moment the painful and tearing pinch of the strings and arrows of the deadly sin committed by him. Under guilt conscious and hallucination, he used to see crawling worms in place of rice and human blood in place of water in the tumbler. The Raja did whatever he could do, but of no avail. The news of his illness spread throughout his kingdom, and all possible means of curing his disease were explored by his courtiers, prominent hakims, Veds, doctors and religious persons, saints, etc. At last a Bairagi named Krishan Dutt Pahari Baba offered his counsel that no medicine can be effective to cure the Raja except the blessing of Lord Rama. In this direction he further suggested that the Raja should take charanamrit of an idol of Lord Rama or nectar from feet of Lord Rama. This idea struck sound in the mind of the Raja, and further efforts were made to procure a holy idol from Ayodhya. His efforts succeeded in procuring a genuine idol from Ayodhya. For this work, a disciple of Bairagi Krishan Dutt named Damodar Das was selected and deputed for this purpose. Damodar Das had attained miraculous power known as Gupta Siddhi. Through this miraculous power, he was able to procure the rare piece of Rama's idol along with Pujari from Tretnath Temple of Ayodhya in July 1651 AD, which was installed in RAGHUNATH'S temple at Sultanpur Kullu by observing all the rituals suggested by the learned priests of that time. It may be of interest to record here that a special class of priests were brought from Ayodhya to conduct the rituals. Our story will continue. After a while, stay tuned. Meanwhile, talking of Hidimba Devi, there are some such gods and goddesses in the International Dussehra Festival, without whom the Dussehra Festival cannot be imagined. One of the main goddesses among them is Hidimba Devi. Actually, the presence of goddess Hidimba in the Dussehra Festival is considered very important. It is said that the Dussehra Festival cannot be successful without Mata Hidimba. Goddess Hidimba is the Kuldevi of the royal family. You come to Kullu Dussehra and leave without tasting the local delicacies, you have missed something big. You should definitely try traditional Kullu food. Now visitors are able to enjoy dishes made from millet in the International Dussehra Festival Kullu under the joint aegis of the Agriculture Department of Himachal government. Exhibition stalls, decorated by the department, have stalls of Kodra tea, Kodra ki Siddu, Saliar ki Kheer Famebada, Sap and Kayuni ki Kichdi, mainly through the department's self-help group. People prepare dishes based on the varieties of coarse grains that are becoming extinct and serve them to the visitors. In the International Kullu Dussehra Festival, visitors are inclined towards traditional local dishes. Last year, people ate Siddu and Kakori worth Rs 2.25 crores in the festival. Maize, Kodra roti, that is millet and greens, were best sellers as well. Actually, now people are making such dishes less at home and people are impressed by such food items in the festival. There are many stalls and shops serving other food items along with Siddu and Kakori, while most of these shops are fast food and Chinese food. Now we will also try some local delicacies. I have my eye on millet prantha. Well, I told you how Jagat Singh managed to get the idol of Lord Rama, the Hindu god, from Ayodhya through a man deputed. Their descendants still continue to keep up the tradition. Raja Jagat Singh faithfully observed the suggestions of Bairagi Krishan Dutt, and by, he showed signs of recovery from the dreaded disease. He was greatly influenced by the divine power of Rama, so much so that he abdicated his throne to the will of Raghunath'S and became Charibardar of Raghunathji. This incident had a great impact in his state, and as a consequence thereof all the Devas and Devatas accepted the overall lordship of Raghunathi. The Raja spent his order to all the Kardars of all gods and goddesses of the state to assemble at Kullu on the festive occasion of Vijaya Dashmi to first pay obeisance to Raghunathi and then participate in the festivities thereafter. The idol of Lord Raghunath reached Kullu via Makrahad, Manikaran, Haripur. Nagar and Dussehra festivals started being organized in the honor of Lord Raghunath from 1660. Well, now we come to the section which is it most popular among the youth, and this is it the flea market with seconds clothing. You get reputed and imported brands of shoes, jackets and many more in a very reasonable price. With winters around the corner, jackets are the most preferred clothings that is purchased by the people. This market runs from start of Dussehra until the Diwali festival and is one of the most crowded place at Dussehra event. There is lots of dust in this market, and if you are thinking of visiting this section, you should keep a mask or handkerchief handy.
लो बेटे उठो, यहाँ से लग जाएगी, उठो।
Even children have some exciting things. Tolu Dussehra. There is a section of ground which is dedicated to children activities like swings, gun shooting, rings and water boating, etc. For 7 days this area is jam-packed with people. Right now go in front of you, you can see a death well where bikes and car were driven. It looks scary. Enjoy some beautiful glimpse of Kullu Dussehra.
ये है गेम, देखो यहाँ पे ये बॉल जाएगी इन नंबरों में, नंबरों से जरिए से नंबर ऊपर आएगा तो 5 मिनट आराम से देखो। चलो फेंको 2
क्या बात है, तो नॉक्स तो यार जोश गौरव है। चलिए जी, मेला है हमारा दशहरा से सालाना।
According to tradition, the idol of the superior deity is carried on the right side of the chariot of Lord Raghunath, Lord Ram, the chief deity, during the procession taken out on the first and the last day of the festival. For many decades, Shringa Rishi, who was Lord Ram's guru, used to occupy that place. After 1971, followers of Shringa Rishi boycotted the ceremony for 11 years over a dispute. Balu Nag, who is considered the incarnation of Lord Ram's brother Lakshman, then took that spot. It is noteworthy that gods and goddesses from outer Sarajani Nirman to Manali take part in the world-famous Kullu Dussehra. Mata Hidimba, Bijli Mahadev along with outer Saraji's presiding deity Kudijal, Takrasi Nag, Bees Rishi, Kot Pajari Chotaru Nag, Devata Champu, Sapt Rishi, and 300 other gods and goddesses ensure their participation in the Kullu Dussehra, which is celebrated under the leadership of Lord Raghunath. The number of gods and goddesses is increasing year after year in the Dussehra festival. The special thing is that the gods and goddesses of Outer Saraj travel 150 to 200 kilometers on foot to reach the Dussehra festival. Deities coming from various places in Kullu district receive Nazrana, that is a special participation allowance, and a space is allotted to each invited deity at Dalpur festival ground in Kullu. A camp is set up by respective deity, where the Palanquin, shaman and other followers stay for the duration of Kullu Dussehra. Dussehra is a one-day event across the country, but apart from this, Kullu Dussehra is 7-day long. This festival also holds the record of maximum number of women dancing together in the form of Kulvi Nati. Nati dance is a local folk dance of Kullu district of Himachal Pradesh. People come dressed in local traditional attire for this folk dance. The Nati folk dance of Kullu district has made a world record by entering the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest folk dance in the world. It was phrased as Pride of Kullu. 9,892 participants were registered to make a world record of the largest Nati dance. Local Kullu administration says that around 13,000 women had participated in the event. Only 9,892 were registered by the authorities, as there were strict stipulations and guidelines, including bar-coded chip for each participant, due to which many were left unregistered. Anyways, matter of great pride for people of Kullu.
कितने का है? कितने का है? 20 रुपये। अच्छा, चल मैं बाद में
Goddess Hidimba has the status of grandmother of King Vihang Manipal royal family. On the first day of Dussehra festival, the goddess reaches the palace that is called Rupi Palace in Sultanpur. with her followers, and after the worship of Mata, Lord Raghunath is also brought to Dalpur. Mata stays in her temporary camp in Dalpur for 7 days of Dussehra festival, and thousands of people reach here to see goddess Hidimba. Mata Hidimba's chariot moves ahead on the day of Lanka Dahan. On the day of Lanka Dahan, Ashtang Bali sacrifice of 8 types of animals is offered to the mother. On the day of Lanka Dahan, Mata Hidimba's guru and the priest take a Longanti Daj vessel for burning incense. As soon as the ritual of sacrifice is completed, the chariot of the mother returns to its temple. With this, the Dussehra festival also ends. So this is it for our coverage of Kullu Dussehra. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, Countryside Travels. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.